It's the exact same lineup for Smart Omega. The only difference here is the map for them.
Well, I mean, this is likely going to be a Purify again, right?
Okay,
But
there is a universe wherein the dangerous grass actually benefits Netsky. Because he can juke.
yeah.
With the BMI.
Yep, or maybe even a sprint. But I think I agree with you, Brigida, he does need the Purify.
Yeah, it's just too much, man. I mean, with a Grok across from you in the hands of the Mamba, who's also going to be utilizing the dangerous grass, like you gotta want that potential to be able to purify out of that.
Okay.
Okay, so he is going to have it, and everything else still flickers. So I think still, even one of the hard parts is not just dealing with Chakno and the Grok, but even the Lui Yi. Lui Yi kind of surprising them if they want to, utilizing those extra bushes might play into something too. So at least for Game 3, we've got a different map after 2 expanding rivers. Now we're going to be jumping into dangerous grass for Game 3, the deciding game between TNC and Smart Omega. We'll see if Smart Omega gets a better start this time around. Super Yoshi, go ahead and get some of that extra. Wow, he's going to take some damage though too. But
Yoshi, what are you doing?
Found 3.
he's just taking a trip, man. That takes a little U-turn around.
Yeah.
That's a scenic route.
At least again, he found 3 members, but oh.
Yeah, maybe too much scenic.
Too
much.
He also saw the receiving end of Lancey's kit.
Okay.
That's when you're taking the scenic route in the car, man, and then you're like, oh wait, yeah, I'm driving, by the way.
Oh, so both mid duos pick up the wilderness.
As you should. Seems normal. They're fine.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Even for Netsky.
Yeah, not much is going to like change in this early game, I feel like, but again, for part of Super Yoshi he'll just go ahead and heal back up. I think that's one of the things is how do they play into maybe the gold lane changes a little bit where they focus down here if they can go ahead and get that built faster, but ultimately with these kind of lineups, you just expect them to play into that first turtle again, that first objective.
Yeah.
And that's where things are going to start up.
Because I think we've also been looking for the Bagyo, like that kind of gameplay that you're so used to seeing from an aggressive Benny Cutie, or a Benny Cutie who tends to make decisions on his own and not entirely, as mentioned by Leo earlier, just follows through whatever his other teammates does. But it might take a while before we get to see that. So yeah, maybe the first objective really is going to be the test for both of these teams in this game so far.
Yeah, take a look at the items. You'll see a lot of tough boots. Again, both teams understand that crowd control wins. Ow!
Ow.
Yeah,
Haji took way too much damage there. And how the warrior boots are on our gold laner, so they're looking at trade. They're holding down.
Yeah.
This is a risk here. Whoa, Super Yoshi.
Oh, he takes on 2 members, and James, with the follow-up, doesn't land the Landshaker on Zyda. Gets to dodge with the Thorn Rose, and off-cam! Haji actually gets taken down. There's the tech charge also landed by Trapnu onto 2 members. Super Yoshi will try to heal, but he just becomes a double kill for Zyda.
TNC have divided and conquered. Smart Omega fell right into their grasp. And here comes Netsky!
Oh, Netsky looking for a fight. Has the Purify, so he somehow gets to take a trade, but the turtle will still go into the hands of TNC.
That is Retry Diff. The level 5 Lancelot into the level 4 Fredrin. But again, no river expansion there. It literally was just BMI, run it down through mid, and Blazing the Web. Benny's in trouble.
Oh, now they try to look for him, but has the flicker to get away, and off cam again. So many fights are happening across the map. Zyda gets taken down.
Yeah, and they put pressure there, so they get Benny's flicker out, but still, both gold laners pretty much neck and neck. Same items as well. Like we mentioned, they want to go ahead and duke it out, but ultimately it was good that Netsky made that play earlier on towards that turtle, but it's not resulting in too much. TNC might have gotten that little bit of lead earlier on, but the fact is still Zyda being very comfortable onto this Lancelot, playing into that. I want to see Smart Omega go ahead and answer into the next turtle here and be able to go and fight against them. The problem is, earlier on, they just got decimated in the early fight, that first fight that happened.
Yep, Netsky's clutch visit to mid or in that turtle pit actually just made their loss only the turtle.
Yeah.
So that should be fine, because again, him getting banked alongside Ryzen, which is a different story from game 1, by the way, should change how Game 3 goes. Game 2 was tough for Ryzen. Now he's actually ahead.
Yeah. And Netsky will go ahead and just continue to farm up. You see him even double laning to an extent, like the Claude should here.
Yeah, I'm also liking how Smart Omega just seemed to be all over the map compared to TNC, because you were expecting a bit more of the surprise to come in because Lancy was or is on the Lui, but Super Yoshi seems to always have info on where these players are. But now 3mar up against 2 just uses the spread, and so will James be using the Bravest Fighter, but all they want to do is just deal with the wave. There's a diversion. 3 members of TNC are now up top, but Ryzen and James are gonna be okay.
Oh, Super Yoshi's there too. I don't know if they're gonna actually commit to this. They do have 4 members here. But again, Turtle's up. They'll go ahead and get ready to rotate. They already know that some of these resources have been used up. Haji holding on to his own tech charge. So we're gonna see potentially a whole-on fight for this. 3mar, go ahead and back off. Regen's up. Both gold laners will want to join this fight here. This is where we see some of the usage of these dangerous grass, this dangerous bush to work. Chaknu right there behind the turtle.
Ooh, look at the knockups coming in from Smart Omega. Lancy will fall. Now they're on to Zyda. Zyda will try to escape, but going back to the turtle, Super Yoshi sustained so much damage coming in from both Benny Cutie. The grab is also committed here by 3mar, but they can only do so much. Zyda's too far away, and they get to answer one of the biggest problems for Smart Omega.
Oh wow, look at this, a conversion through the roof. Omega takes this mid lane tier 1. They're not done. Wait, 3mar, what's he trying to do?
He's tanky enough, I suppose. Uh-oh, Benny?
Oh, Super Yoshi, clutch, heals, and survives that attempt. And they get to defend the turret.
That's so Yoshi to be at 1 HP. Oh no. So again, the way that turtle number 3 went, well, that was just 2. Wow, it was a delayed turtle. Was basically the same situation as turtle 1, but the opposite. So it's deja vu backwards, it's Ujavet. Yeah, Omega split up TNC and pushed Zyda all the way back to their side of the map, so it's free for Omega to take it. But the only difference is TNC had less losses. They only gave up Lancy, and then they cut their losses there and pulled back. All this while, Omega, sure, they pushed hard into tier 1 in mid, but TNC traded out for bottom lane, so this is a good start. Again, when was the last time we saw Omega actually gain control of a game at the 6-minute mark?
Yeah, the past 2 games, they've turned it around the 9, almost under the 10-minute mark. This time they've got this little bit of an advantage they can work with, but they'll start putting pressure on the other sides of the map. They're going to want to play into this third turtle too, potentially getting this tier 1, a bottom turret down as they're in the position. They're going to trade it though as Zyda takes down tier 1 up top. Diversion's going to be used now though.
Just a feint.
Yeah, they see it. And it does feel like TNC are doing the same. They're trying to pay a bit more attention to Benny Cutie, or it's maybe that they feel they need to put a bit more attention onto Benny Cutie, because so much is going to rely on him in terms of the damage output later on. Zyda right now, it feels like he's somehow being answered by Omega to some extent. I
agree. It would be a mistake to not put anyone on Stormwatch, lest you know, taste the wrath of a force of nature. Turtle at less than half health.
All right, Ryzen still trying to look for the targets. That's a flicker from 3mar. He uses the grab onto Haji, but the other members of Omega are still here, and they will be the ones to secure the objective. Now they change target. They try to chase after 3mar, and it seems like he will be the one getting punished here. Diversion still committed. It's Zyda all alone, but Omega might not go for the chase anymore. At least he has Chaknu by his side.
Okay, they get a pickup on 3mar. They also got themselves the last turret of the game. Smart Omega now looking to take another turret here to open up the map a little bit further. It's interesting to see where TNC, it seems like they're not able to actually get into the range of these fights here around the objectives.
And here is the Ryzen signature. Once again, even when he's ahead, even with a different turnout of game number 3, he's still doing third item Guardian Helm. So this is just him clearly sending a signal, yeah, I don't plan on going home. I just want to keep pushing the advantage here, farming out, setting up these takes, and with a Lancy Loya on the other side of the map, this all the more makes sense. This all the more signals that there's no way I'm not clearing any bushes. I am going to be on you, TNC. Ryzen helping keep this 2,000 gold lead, but this is a very small lead, I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Even with this lead, though, you know, it's just like we saw in the previous games where TNC, the potential to be able to turn this around will come down to that Lord fight. It really, they're not in a position to go ahead and really catch anybody. Smart Omega has been playing pretty safe. Now, if it is to catch anybody, it's Chaknu. Chaknu could do simply the same thing that he's done before, where he pops the conceal, using that flicker, tech charge combo. Haji doesn't have his own just yet, but so he's part of his job is to really be able to find Chaknu, get that tech charge. It's worked so well for him, but ultimately it's just TNC kind of waiting to go ahead and build up. You can see both Golden Laners still pretty close together here. Golden Staff now, the Trinity being locked in by Netsky, while over here for Benny Cutie, this is what we've been asking, you know, but this is the, I guess, the nature of being gold laners that we've seen picked up right now, the carries and the clods, where it's like you don't really shine until around this portion of the game, you know, and then even so, it's like you need that wind of nature maybe later on, or we've seen even Benny Cutie pick up the Malefic Gun for his 4th item to be able to contest here, but Lord is going to be started up.
Yeah.
Do they go for this or not?
Yeah, I think Lancy's holding on to the diversion. They can contest with the diversion. They're not rushing it.
Yeah, and Omega probably senses that. I mean, having both Ryzen and Super Yoshi constantly scout these numerous bushes that are around the map because we're in dangerous grass is so helpful for Smart Omega to feel at ease and that they have enough information to not worry about the surprises that can come in from TNC, but that's probably what TNC are gonna be trying to do, not unless they don't plan on contesting anymore, because Lancy and Benny Cutie, will they be revealing themselves up top?
Yep, at least they know one. Benny has been shown, Lancy not quite yet, and they're sending him over to the orange side.
There you go. Wait, the Ryzen's really low.
I don't know if they still want to go to this. They know that, okay, diversion was used, that wave up top was handled, but they're just trying to keep this Lord around half health. They'll go ahead and grab the buffs though for now, so no one wants to take that risk just yet.
Yeah.
Is he though? That's a guardian helmet doing work.
Oh.
He's not. Okay, I take it back. He was.
See, that makes sense.
He was low HP, but not anymore. So this is what they've been planning all along, and now they finally find a target. It's gonna be 3-Mar. They force him down to almost half HP. Zyda tries to fight back.
He used the retry though.
But I don't think you're going to be worried if you're Ryzen on the Guardian helmet.
Yeah, Ryzen doesn't mean to take this Lord. Like he knows it's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
That's why he pressed the Retribution. Maybe a kill on 3-Mar would have been something he was happy with.
Okay, well, again, delayed further here. By this time, diversion's up again. Maybe this is where we see Smart Omega push that long lane.
Where we're dancing like it's 2022.
Yeah,
like
I was going to say, it's been a while since we've seen this kind of dance.
It is only possible with a hero like Lapu Lapu and Fredrin.
This dance has been taking quite some time. Now it's only Ryzen and 3-Mar holding the Lord Pit. The other members of Smart Omega have already managed the long lane too. Even without anything happening just yet, they were already able to take down the tier 2.
This might be it, this might be
for
it.
it.
Okay, finally, they actually go and start the fight. It was only 3-Mar who was around that area.
You know what? If you dance enough times, especially in this new meta game, you have to make a call. You have to make a decision. If we keep answering and keep trying to dance with this team, we are going to lose. And that's what that's what TNC did. They said, yeah, let's try to do something elsewhere because we're wasting time dancing to Omega's beat. And then that's when Omega said, gotcha.
Gotcha. You know, this is, I think we're going to see a couple more of those kind of Lord dances too, especially on the way this map works specifically. But here we go, down the mid lane, Lord's up top. TNC on the defense here. We'll see if they can actually pull this through. The Lord charging in. They're just going to jump it from James.
Okay, Bravest Fighter already committed. Spread 2 from 3-Mar. Super Yoshi just trying to zone. They aren't necessarily going for any attempts just yet. Same for TNC. All that Omega is trying to do is take down the base turrets that are remaining for TNC. Netsky trying to make it work. Zyda looks for it, but the damage from Netsky was already enough. He just stood in front of Zyda.
All right, slow but steady. I think the Barangay knows that they're playing off of inevitability. If TNC don't commit a clutch play, TNC, there's nothing. Oh, whoa, hold up.
Oh, that was a flicker from 3-Mar, but will he find a target? Zyda also reveals himself as well. And now 3mar is in a very dangerous spot. Abracer's Wrath lands onto Zaida. Now they have to run away. Now all alone is 3mar. He will not survive that.
Oh, I don't know if 3mar, like, what the call was there, if they wanted to potentially go in, or he just got caught out, but then it seemed like he just eventually accepted his fate and was like, I'll just die here.
I think in the beginning there was a call because they sent Zaida on
this bush right here.
On this bush.
Yeah.
But they didn't find anyone because, like, maybe it's the athletic flickers all over again.
Oh no.
Oh,
They're going for this bottom turret though.
Zaida!
a dangerous taunt. Landed onto Zaida. Now they're able to get another base turret away from TNC. This is such a disciplined version of the Barangay.
Slow but steady. Again, this might be the Coach Wara effect. This is the first time we're actually seeing the former MPL ID coach on stage for Smart Omega. So this may have been one of his calls and saying, boys, I saw the way you played in Game 2. That's not how we do it. So now they're up about 6K. They can pull the same thing. They can pull the same Lord dance that TNC can only hope to dream to do. Because look at their lineup. Again, this is something that's just only occurring to me now. The Fredrin and the Lapu Lapu, even the Khalid, they can dance forever. They can just hold the Lord, force a response, and again, even if there is a tool, even if there is a diversion, it's still up to you how to do it, how to use it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of margin of error. There's a lot of room to make a mistake.
And it's not like these three players just stay in a single spot. They're always on the lookout for the other members of TNC. Super Yoshi always trying to look for the front lines. James trying to find an angle to go for the back lines. And Ryzen's just there. He's the only guy holding the Lord because he can.
Gonna do.
Oh,
he goes in?
Whoa!
Wait, it was timed at the exact same time the Raging Sandstorm was casted.
Yeah, that's good use. They know that that's not available, so they could potentially just go ahead and take this Lord here. They still have to watch out for Zaida, though.
Omega.
If he's able to pull it off. They got to deal with the waves pushing down bot. So Lancy will deal with that, and then diversion up for this fight here.
Okay. Both roamers don't have their ultimate.
They just reset.
Ooh.
Again?
This is like Hitchcock's bomb under the table. You know it's there, but when is it gonna blow up? The tech charge is gonna come off cooldown any time now.
Yeah, he's gonna have it.
Okay.
Omega?
He finds a target. He tries to go for Zaida, but look at the damage from Netsky's blazing to it! Not even Chakno and 3mar could last long! Super Yoshi standing in front of both Lancy and Benny Cutie, but it seems like they do not care about the Lord anymore! All they're after are the kills! They're just after the win, and they'll just wait for the wave. It's only Lancy and Benny Cutie to defend!
They got the wave in the mid. They have the numbers advantage. It's only Lancy and Benny Cutie on the defense.
It's over.
5 members of Smart Omega, James jumping in with the bravest fighter, and they will not care anymore. 2-man stun to finish off the game, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Barangay.
Smart Omega played it disciplined and slow, but they made it work against TNC in Game 3.
It's deja vu for round 2. We opened up Season 16 with the Barangay taking the dub over the Phoenix Army, and here we see it again.
Man, with the same draft too. You know, like it was better executed.
Yeah.
That rarely happens, by the way. That's usually a mistake where someone forces something that lost.
Yeah.
But here, I think the Barangay walked away with a masterpiece. Like, this lineup dances like no other.
And this second half version of Barangay Omega with the addition of Coach Ura and all these small changes we're seeing, it's really commendable to see them in this form. But just the same, TNC, they're slowly getting there.
Slowly getting there. This was a very promising series, though, for both, but great to see as they're opening up in Project Next. Let's go ahead and throw it over on stage here for our winning interview.
Into the winning column they go. Here are your winners, Smart Omega! Oh, it feels great. It's been a while, guys, and I'm so happy na nakikita namin kayo ngayon. Nagkikita sila pero iusog ko lang kayo ng konti. May bagong kasing bida. May bagong bida making his head coaching debut for Smart Omega. Coach Wura, congratulations. I know it's been a while since you've been here kasi nandito ka na rin sa MPL PH way back, but you know, this time history repeated itself. Natalo nyo ulit ang TNC. But then, you've also had that 2-week losing streak before this match.